Hey Nova Babes, and hey Babes, those that aren't Nova Babes yet. Hi, my name is Bree, spelled like the cheese, aka your cosmic bestie, and I'm here to deliver a message. Now, for my Nova Babes, I know this is different, this is new. You will see this first, but this is dropping on YouTube. And I'm feeling very called to share how I share for the collective readings outside of the membership group that I have. And if this is your first time coming across me, I run a Discord server membership that is a spiritual community where we connect, we talk, we have daily prompts. I do collective readings every week. We meet around the full moon and the new moon where we have meetings and we talk about what we're releasing, what we're bringing in, so on and so forth. But we also love to have fun. We just had a little Twilight movie night last week. We chatted. We weren't on video, but we were chatting and we were hanging out. And I'm doing this video because I'm feeling really called to show all of me in every space that I'm in, because that's been a part of this journey that I've been on for my own self-discovery of like where I'm at spiritually. And I know I share a lot in the group because it's built that way, to share and to be a part of something in one another's lives as we build into our higher selves. But I've realized that I can't put myself in different compartments in different places of my life and be a different Bree. I need to be Bree all the time. And in the spirit of being transparent, I had a shitty ass day yesterday, got into a huge argument, and it just threw me off. I was supposed to do my collective reading. I always do them on Sundays for the membership group, and I didn't do it because everything just blew up. Thank you, Eclipse season. And I'm over here and I'm recording. I'm at one of my best friend's houses, and I feel it like so deep in my heart chakra and so deep in my sacral of like sharing like this one-time video, maybe, but for this week specifically, where it's a combination, is exactly where I need to be. This is how my trajectory of what I'm doing is going to change the whole way and path for me. Because for me in my journey, I have a 12th house Scorpio stellium, Mercury, Venus, North Node, and Pluto. I got a lot. And a part of that stellium is this death and rebirth, constantly transforming. And on this journey that I'm on, I'm realizing that this transformation is building me into this Bree that you see today, but in a way that is so much different, because I am fully allowing myself to be seen and heard. This path is not easy. That's one of the reasons why I made a collective, because it feels so much better and less isolating when you can share and be around other people and be a part of this journey and feel support and feel seen and feel heard, the good and the bad, because I'm not all love and light. Like, some shit just sucks. It is what it is. But I am that person that I know that who I am naturally, what you see, how I speak, how I present the cards, how I read the cards, that is 100% me. So with all of that said, I have tarot today, but I also do have some notes that I have here on my handy dandy iPad about the solar eclipse that I want to talk about, because that is coming up. So, and this is eclipse season, so we just went through that Pisces lunar eclipse, and man, did that bring up a lot of shit. I don't know about you, but it definitely did for me. And it brings out a lot of emotions, right? Water, Pisces is a water sign, and it's in Virgo season. I have a Virgo moon, so I was really feeling it heavily emotionally. Stuff was coming up for me, stuff from my past, like when I was 14 and 17 and 16, like just a lot of stuff from when I was younger. And a lot of stuff to do with my parents. Like, if you know, I live in my parents' basement with my husband and my daughter, but my parents do not get along with my husband. Long story short, they probably never will. But at this season of my life, I'm trying to rebuild, and I'm a first time mom, and I'm just trying to figure stuff out. And this path that I'm on is requiring me to not only show up and be vulnerable, but be real of like who I am and not wear the mask anymore, because I've been wearing a mask my entire life. And I can't be walking around like Phantom of the Opera, okay? I can't have half a mask. It's just not who I am. I gotta show me. Interesting. All right. Let's see what we got. All right. First card, 9 of Wands, reverse. Stubbornness, defensiveness, giving up, compromise. Stubbornness and defensiveness are sticking out the most here. I think this eclipse season is bringing out a lot of emotions in you that you are having a hard time processing. There is good, right? There is a lot of good that is happening, but there's also a lot of, it's like a tornado within your internal self. There's lots of thoughts that keep coming up about who you are, what you represent, where you're going, how you're perceived, what's next, what are your goals, right? A lot of that internal pressure. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm seeing. It feels like you're just being really stubborn because you know what you need to do. Like your intuition has been telling you whatever it is that you need to do, but these feelings that are coming up that are throwing you off your path, confusing you, like the miscommunication, the conflicts, the issues with all these other people, it's distorting your view of where you're at and where you're trying to go. Because you're actually a lot further than what you think. And I've literally been talking about this with my friend and my business partner. We were like talking back and forth about how we feel so much closer to our end goals of like where we're trying to get to. Like this is the closest that we've ever felt before, but we're still not there. Like money is just only trickling a little bit. It's not like coming in as consistent. It's like I work so hard, we work so hard, like we're putting forth this effort, but it doesn't seem like it's flowing back. Not at the same rate, right? It feels unbalanced. And everyone has a different path and trajectory, right? And she's a very analytical person. And she was just like, this is my plan. This is my structure. This is how I'm going to do it. These are my action steps. I'm like, hell yeah. Capricorn stellium. Okay. Like it's literally ingrained in her. But for me, it's not that I don't need a plan, right? Of course I need a plan. Everyone needs a plan. But my plan is not as structured. My plan is much different because my path is different. I have been telling myself for months that this project that I've been working on, this quiz that I have been building, the back end, this new system, all of this work that I've been putting in is going to reward me at the end of the day. I know it will. But this has been like a 2-month process. It's been a while. It's still not 100% done. By the time that this video comes out, it should be done. But if it's not, it is what it is. But at this point, I'm like, okay, but I know I need to do this, so I want to hurry, but I keep getting roadblock after roadblock after roadblock. And that's what it feels like for you. That's where the frustration's coming in. And that's why we have 10 of Swords in reverse, right? Survival, healing, lessons learned, relapse, improvement, despair. The main ones that I'm feeling on this for you is improvement, healing, lessons learned. Because I know that's where I'm at. And when I do these collective reads, it's not just for me. I say that everywhere. It's not just for you. It's for me as well. I'm a part of the collective. I'm reading for the collective. I'm a part of it. Because we all are on this path just in a very different way. Because each and every one of our ways is completely different because we are all different people. We are all meant to do different things. But we have this cross, right, of these communities, these spaces where we feel seen, where we feel heard, where we are sharing. We are growing. And it feels good. It feels really good. And that's a part of the healing. That's a part of the improvement. But the lessons learned here The lesson that I'm learning with this building out of this quiz and everything is patience is key. I cannot rush this process because everything that I'm going through is to help me be able to transform and transmute the energy and use that energy to transform me, to build me so that I can become this leader, this guide, whatever, so that I can help others. That's a part of my path. That's a part of my journey. And this, whatever your purpose, whatever your journey, whatever big thing that you're trying to reach at any capacity, this is that turning point. This is your crossroads. But you're holding on to everything, right? Burden, responsibility, stress, obligation, burnout, struggle. I was just talking about this yesterday. I don't feel burnt out with work. I feel burnt out in life. Every day, there's something god awful on the news, right? There's something horrible happening every single day. And then not only that, it's like my day-to-day life, right? I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm living at home with my parents, I'm an adult, but they don't treat me like one. I'm trying to navigate my business, my life, what I'm doing, how I'm raising my daughter. I'm a first-time mom. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I'm trying to figure out and what I'm trying to do. That's what's burning me out. The business side feels so right because I know that this is my path. And I know for you, you know what feels right, but you're afraid of it. You're afraid to fully step into that power. You're afraid to let go of any one of these damn wands to help yourself move forward. But I can tell you that where you're going now, you're headed in the right place. You're making the decisions. You're going to leave the comfort. You're going to take the risk. Two of Wands, right? You're going to soar. You're going to change your life because you're going to let go of these wands. You're going to drop it. You're going to stop being stubborn and you're going to stop being defensive. You're going to keep healing and keep improving and letting go of those wands. Could you see the difference between these two? This one can barely move forward. But this one, easy, breezy, simple. You're on a tricky path. And I get it. I feel it too. You're dismantling what you were raised in. You're finding self-worth. You're changing your thoughts and your ideology and your self-improvement, emotional improvement. It's heavy work. Going through ego death, trying to have gratitude, trying to build routines, trying to stay within your spiritual practice, give yourself healing and pouring into yourself first, especially if you grew up as like a people pleaser and not standing up for yourself and not believing in yourself and not seeing yourself for who you truly are. There's a big hit to the system, right? Because it's not only your mental, it is also your physical. Because now you're releasing these traumas, right? Now you're releasing things and it's changing your life internally and externally. And it's a big shakeup. It's totally different than what you're used to. And that's what makes you nervous. That is what's throwing you off. I felt it coming. I'm sorry. Confirmation burp to everything that I'm saying here. Okay, this path, this journey, it's not for nothing. It's not for no reason. King of Pentacles, baby. Abundance, prosperity, ambition, safety, kindness, protectiveness. Okay? Pentacles represents the earth, earthly wealth, right? But not only does it represent earth, it represents solid, right? This King of Pentacles energy is showing how solid she truly is. Sitting on the throne, sitting on her power, sitting in what is made for her. And that's exactly where you're at. You are looking for abundance. You are looking for prosperity and security and safety. And you're right there. You're right there. But no one else is going to give it to you. You have to give it to yourself. And that's why this 10 of Wands card is so important for us to really realize that this is what we need to drop, because it makes the journey a lot easier to get to where you truly want to be. And I don't know exactly what you're going through, because this is a bigger collective reading. This isn't just for my group. But what I do feel within my group, I know you feel something turning within you, and you're not quite sure what the outcome's going to be, because now you're at a crossroads and now you have to make a choice. Do I continue to handle and do things the way that I've done before, knowing that it's going to be an outcome that I don't really want? Or do I try something new? Do I really let go? Do I really keep healing and putting myself out there and doing whatever it is that I need to do to get to where I want to be, right? And doing it different than I've ever done it before. And I have no clue where I'm going, but I know I'm going to get there. That is your crossroads. And on the bigger collective side, whatever it is within you that has been calling you for a very, very long time, it's not something that you think about, right? It's something that you feel deep within your heart, within your soul. You know that that is what you're made to do. That is a part of your purpose. That's a part of your passion. That's a part of whatever for you. That is what you need to hone in on. That is the energy that spirit is trying to direct you in right now, of like, stop second guessing yourself. You know what you want to do. You know where you're meant to be, but you're not putting in the effort that you need to get to where you want to go. Fuck the haters, right? You're always going to have a hater. And for some of us, the haters are inside the house. I know it is for me. I know it is for me. And it sucks. It totally sucks. I'm not gonna sit here and say that it doesn't suck, because it does. And it's bullshit. But the fact of the matter is, where you're at, you're in that in-between space. It's not 100% bad like it used to be, but it's definitely not 100% good like you want it to be. And you're striving for that King of Pentacles energy. But that pathway, right? These three. Oh, sorry. This one's 10 of Wands is first. To go from this to this requires you to drop this, do this to end up here. Oh, I'm sorry. To end up here. That's what spirit is saying here. Like that journey of letting go of the burdens and the responsibility and the pain and the stress of everybody else and their bullshit. Once you drop it, you can go to where you need to go. You can make the right decisions. You can feel comfortable. You can take those steps. Ooh. Because spirit is waiting right there for you. Spirit has their hand open. They're just waiting for you to get right here. It's been a long travel, right? And you see how there's still mountains in the background? There's always going to be mountains, even on the other side of this. Even when you get to where you want to be, you're going to keep improving. You're going to be in a different place. This is not the end all be all for you. It will get bigger, and you know it. Whatever it is that's stirring within you, I know for me, it's this. This is it. I was procrastinating for 20 minutes before recording this, because I'm not going to just upload this into the group, right? I am uploading this on YouTube as well, because I know that I need to share this version of me, how I share, how I show up in the group online, because that's my miscommunication right now. It's not that I'm being fake online. I'm just not showing every part of myself. I'm walking around like the fucking Phantom of the Opera with half a mask on. No. I'm a performer. I love being on stage and talking to people and being on the lights. I did plays and musicals. I was in choirs and stuff my whole life. I love theater. I love that. But one of the things about theater is standing in that spotlight and all of that pressure. Because you don't want to screw up, right? You don't want to miss your lines. You don't want to hit a wrong note. But there's something as well. And if you get it, you get it. There's something about when you're in the spotlight and it's hitting and it's working and you feel the energy basically as like an intoxication to you. It's crazy. It's high. It's amazing. That's what I want. But I'm afraid of it, right? Because then the spotlight is truly on me. There's nowhere to hide. right? You can't hide in the shadows of the curtains on the stage, not when you're in the spotlight. And I've been hiding behind those curtains my entire life. And I'm like, I keep seeing the SpongeBob. Okay, if you know, you know, when he does the talent show at the Krusty Krab, and Squidward goes out there and they always boo him, but then SpongeBob like puts out a hand and they're like cheering and stuff because he's like cleaning the set. They love it. That's what this is. Like, that's what it feels like for me. I show up online and I do get people that sign up for my membership, sign up for my digital products, signing up and, you know, being a part of like my readings and stuff like that. It's like I'm putting my little hand out there. I'm like, yay, it's working. But I know I can crank that shit up. I know I can do better. I know I can go harder. And I know you can too. Because then we have the fool in reverse. Distracted. Also, foolish is sticking out. Yeah, distracted with the phone, number one. But number two, the foolish energy, I keep hearing that one quote of doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results is true insanity. And for some reason, I feel like a lot of us forget that when we're on our like path and our journey and we like start recognizing patterns, we start recognizing things, we're like, oh. So yeah, I keep doing the same thing over and over again. And that's why I keep having the same feelings and the same issues over and over again. It's like, okay, I got to get off this fucking ride. I can't do this. But that's scary, right? You got to unbuckle the seatbelt. You got to get out of your harness and get off the ride. But they're not stopping the ride, right? It's a continuous ride. So now you have to do this in the middle of all of this chaos and try not to like get hurt in the process. But you're worried. Like you're worried that you're gonna like get bumps and bruises. But you already have bumps and bruises. You already have scrapes. You already have scars. Ace of Cups reverse. Coldness, emptiness, emotional loss, black creativity, feeling unloved, gloominess. The big three for me, black creativity, feeling unloved, and emptiness. The cup specifically here, right? The cup is in reverse. When it's in the upright, it is overflowing. When it is in the reverse, that means that there is nothing left. It is all out. Your cup is empty. And you know it. You know it because you don't go as hard as you could or should. You lie to yourself and tell yourself that you're going to do one thing and you don't. And it keeps adding on to all of the rest, right? But that's also blocking you from your creativity. Because whatever it is that you feel passionate about, that your purpose is, it's something within your creative field. Or for some of you, it's for you to transmute that energy into creativity. And that doesn't mean like that's like your job or like you have to like sell it on Etsy. It's for you, right? If you're like feeling like a tornado inside and you feel darkness and gloom and sadness and depression, put that into a canvas, put that into clay, put that into something, music, I don't know, baking, whatever, right? There's like 1,000 different hobbies out there, but you can't get lost in it either. That's not what they're asking you to do. They're not asking you to disassociate. They're asking you to transmute. Use that energy, that pain, that suffering, that anxiety, the sadness, and transmute it into something that's beautiful. Art is subjective, yes. But when you're not making it to please other people and you're making it to heal yourself, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks because you did it for you. And that's a part of what they need you to do. This cup needs to be flipped. You need to be up. And right now you're not. And that feeling unloved, confirmation, that feeling of being unloved, it's hard, especially when it's coming from people that you feel should love you easily, right? If it's siblings, if it's your parents or aunts, uncles, cousins, something like that, family, or maybe it's friendship, maybe it's a relationship. But I know for this collective, I feel family and I feel relationship the most. Whoever it is in your family, whoever your partner is, you know what you need. You know what you want. You know what you crave and what you need to fill up your own cup. And you're, for some reason, denying that from yourself because of these other people. The people-pleasing tendencies, of course, right? You don't want to hurt them. You don't want to feel like you're selfish, so on and so forth. But the reality is it's not a bad thing to put yourself first. That's what we're supposed to be doing. But there's such a stigma around it that people get up in arms because they're like, what do you mean you're not going to give your last to me? But I need that last for myself. When my cup is overflowing, of course, no problem. But there also has to be that equal exchange. And when you're not feeling that equal exchange, it really hurts. You feel unloved. You feel like you're not being seen. You feel like you're not being heard. You feel like you're pouring all of your love into these other people, and they're barely giving you a scrape. The analogy I've been using for the last 2 days is little Timmy on the street with the cup. Please, sir, please give me some more. And they just push you down. They don't care. They're like, whatever. I don't care. I don't care about your cup. And it sucks. It sucks to hear that. It sucks to be a part of that. And I know exactly how that feels. I know exactly how that feels. And it pisses me off more than anything. But the fact of the matter is, it's just the place that we're at within the season, right? Now we're getting onto the solar eclipse. The solar eclipse is in Virgo. And we're in Virgo season. So this Virgo energy is very heightened. Virgo is an earth sign. It's mutable. But Virgo season is not one to be played with. It's going to uproot you and put you on the path of where you need to be to get you on the path of where you need to go, right? Because where you need to go is here. Ace of Pentacles. That's what the season is to get you on that path to get to that Ace of Pentacles. And you know it's there because you already have it. That's what that King of Pentacles energy is. But this is the process of figuring out what you need to do to get there. 5 of Cups in reverse. Acceptance, moving on, finding peace, seeing positives. I hope that this message is reaching you in the right way. I'm never, ever going to give a reading as if I'm shaming, guilting, because I already know what that shit feels like. And that's a hell no for me. But for me, as the reader, I'm a very intuitive reader. I channel very easily. And when spirit channels through me, I feel it. I feel it internally. I can see it, right? Like that's a part of my clairs. It's a part of my energy. And this 5 of Cups energy, you are moving on. It is getting better. That is where the positives are coming, right? You are accepting. Yeah, that shit sucks. But I don't have to sit in that. I don't have to live in that forever. I can choose a different path because at this crossroads, I'm not going the insanity route anymore. I'm choosing a new path. I'm doing something different. I'm pouring into myself first. I'm finding myself first. I'm healing myself first. And then I can help and flow and maneuver into others. But it's hard for you. It's hard for you to do that because of the people pleasing. It's hard for you to do that because of the identity shift, right? It's like looking in a funhouse mirror. This is something I've been struggling with my entire life. So many people have always described me as this warm and kind person, and I'm funny and I'm nice and I'm this and I'm that. And that's not how I view myself. I think I'm crude. I think I'm rude. I think I'm this. I think I'm that. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I don't necessarily see that other people see. And it's like, why can't I see it? It's because I'm looking in this mirror with this distorted view of what everybody else and all of the trauma and all of the pain is telling me. But in reality, if I just broke that damn mirror, I would see me, the real me, the unmasked me. Because I finally chose something different. I chose to see something different. And that's exactly where you are. And Spirit's here to remind you that you have the strength to do it. You have the bravery. You have the confidence and the compassion. Okay? The inner power is there. And also notice this infinity right here. It's infinite. The power within you, it's not just you. It's your spirit guides, it's your ancestors, it's the community that you're building within this physical world. But you have to put yourself out there. You have to be vulnerable. You have to share. And it doesn't have to be with everybody. It doesn't have to be online. It doesn't have to be in this space or place. It could be with one friend. It could be with 3 trusted people, whatever, right? It doesn't have to be the whole world. But the main person that you need to be vulnerable with is you. 100%. You need to be real and vulnerable with yourself. Actually, you need to smack the shit out of yourself. That's really what needs to happen. Because sometimes we got to get smacked to really get snapped back into reality. And that is what eclipse season is. It's beating our asses. It's beating mine. But like, that's what this energy is bringing out. So I'm going to go over here to my notes. We're going to be done with the cards here. I'm going to go ahead and read here. So this Virgo solar eclipse, this is happening on September 21st in Virgo at 29 degrees. This is a critical degree. The emotions and themes that are being brought up are juicy, deep, and messy. Since it's in Virgo, we'll see everything Virgo rules come into a sharper relief. Health, wellness, daily routines, and habits. We talked about that. The small stuff, paying attention to detail, how you manage your work, how you manage your service, how you manage your productivity. Putting yourself first. And the last one is letting go of what doesn't work. Inefficient routines, mental clutter, overly harsh self-criticism. Virgo wants a clean, practical, and efficient way to release. That's very much these last 3 cards, right? You need to refill your own cup, right? Switch the routines where you can start filling your own cup up before you even get to anybody else. Start looking at those positives, right? Letting go of what doesn't work and knowing that you have the strength to do so. So let's get in the nitty gritty here. The emotional themes and inner work. There is a critical threshold, the almost there feeling. Because it's at 29 degrees, there's a sense of something accumulating, crossing of a threshold. Things you've been working on might finally snap into place or force you to let go of what isn't truly serving you. We have an awakening awareness of what your body is telling you currently, not just the physical health, but emotional. What chronic tensions or suppressed feelings or anxiety are showing up for you. Virgo demands that they be attended to now. Acceptance and discernment. What to take in, what to keep, and what to let go. Learning emotional digest stuff, absorbing the good, processing the mess, and then release. New beginnings in structure. With chaos or uncertainty coming out of the recent lunar eclipse in Pisces, this Virgo eclipse helps us ground it. Rebuild with intention, with new routines, new healing practices, and clearer boundaries. So circling back to the last 3, the awaken awareness, the acceptance and discernment, and the new beginnings. Your awaken awareness within your body is trying the anxiety that you feel, the depression that you feel, the pain, the stomach issues, whatever, right? That's because you have stuff still lingering, still sitting there. And you keep trying to push it down. But it's specifically coming up, regurgitating, if you will, because Virgo season demands you to handle it so that you can rebuild and restructure and have a plan to hit the ground running, right? And then in Libra season, we start finding the balance of all of that. Acceptance and discernment. What to take in, what to keep, and what to let go. Absorb the good, process the mess, and then release. That's kind of what this eclipse season really is, right? We're in the messy part, but we have to process this. Because if you don't actually process it like you haven't done before, you're going to be stuck in the same spot. You're going to be doing the same loop. You're going to be on the same ride. And I know that's not what you want. You're like, I got to get the fuck off this ride. But how are we going to get there? What is the plan? If you're not addressing what you need to address, then how the hell are you going to get here? Right? How are you going to get to what Spirit already has for you on the path that you know you're meant to be on? You got to get to that path. But the only way to get to that path is dealing with this bullshit right now. It's just going to keep coming up over and over and over again. Every single month, every single day, every single year, it's going to keep coming in some way, shape, or form. And you've already been dealing with it long enough. And this is why this is the time to let that shit go. This is a part of a reason why this is a collective read, not only in the membership, but as this larger reading here. Because I know that this is meant to hit people, because this is exactly what's going through, right? How many confirmation burps are we on? 2, 3? I don't know. But finishing off my notes here for this solar eclipse in Virgo, the potential challenges. Virgo's perfectionism can go into overdrive, pressure to be perfect, fear of not being enough, overthinking or overanalyzing, even your emotions so much that you get so stuck that you are in paralysis analysis. Neglecting the emotional or the spiritual side while obsessing over the physical and practical fixes. What that all really means, right, in terms of these notes. This eclipse is not asking you to have the perfect plan, for it to look perfect, for it to be perfect. Perfect's not fucking real. It's a made-up word, because nothing is perfect. Not humans, at least. And at the end of the day, Virgo season is calling you to build the structure, but to build a structure that is actually built to last. Not something that can be easily destroyed. And that's why it's so hard. Because you're building something that's truly going to become indestructible. But it takes time. It takes effort. It takes reality checks. And this is our reality check. To see where we're truly at, be honest with ourselves, heal what we need to heal, and move on into the direction where we need to go. Because if you want to stay on the ride, you can. But I know you're sick and tired of it. I know you're ready. Because I know I'm ready. I'm ready to get the hell off the ride. Okay, I don't care if I break my arm in the process. I need to get off the ride. And I feel a lot in my heart chakra right now, and like moving up into my throat. So maybe you're having like a throat chakra activation, like speaking up for your boundaries, speaking your truth, being seen, right? I know that like it's activating in me because I'm sharing all of this, but the reality is this journey is not easy. Where I'm at, I'm very conflicted. There's a lot of energies that I've been dealing with. I'm always managing everybody else's emotions, feelings, and cups instead of mine. And I'm realizing that that's why I keep feeling the way I feel. That's why I keep doing what I'm doing. Yes, I am changing things. Things are very different in my life. But I know I can go harder. I know I can feel and heal and move forward in a much better way. Confirmation. I know it. But I know it's my effort. I don't have to scroll TikTok for 3 hours. I don't have to stay up till midnight every single night. I don't have to do the stuff that I have been doing. I know I can fill up my cup more. I know I can do better. And that's what's causing me to really shift. I'm not believing in myself. I'm not believing in my intuitions. I'm believing the bullshit that I hear from other people, especially my parents. I believe the stuff that they tell me, that I'm inconvenienced or I'm not good enough or I'm a failure or whatever it is, right? Whatever projection that they're projecting onto me. Instead of letting it bounce off of me, I kept absorbing it. I keep absorbing it. And now I'm finally ready to let it go. I'm finally ready to release those chains. And if you're ready to like really get serious about this shit, please join the collective. Please become a part of something that is actually going to help you grow. And it's a safe place where you can feel seen, you can feel heard. I have a venting section, I have confirmation sections, we have general chats, we have full moon stuff, new moon stuff. We have damn near everything that you could imagine was in this Discord server. And there's amazing people in there. And I know I've only been doing this for about 3 or 4 months at this point, especially with my Nova babes that are already in there. I love you guys so much. Like, man, I just really appreciate you guys so much because I built that space for everybody else, but also myself, and sharing my worries, my woes, my struggles, and not needing to be this picture perfect leader, this picture perfect mentor or whatever, because that's not what I want. I want to be me. I want to be this. This is me. This is how I teach. This is how I learn. This is how I go. This is just who I am. But I'm meant for this shit. I know I am. And the people that are already in the group, you saw something in me that I haven't seen myself, even when I started this. And now more and more after every single meeting that we do every other week and having these conversations, even just in Discord or the voice chats or whatever we're doing, I see more and more what you guys see in me. And I appreciate that. Like, I can't express how much that means to me, because when you have a hard time seeing yourself for who you really are, but other people start putting mirrors in front of that funhouse mirror so you can actually see who you are, not just from a distorted lens, but a real one, it changes everything. It changes your whole life. And that's exactly what this is doing. I know that a part of my plan and my purpose here is to transmute this energy and constantly go through this rebirth with that Scorpio stellium in the 12th house that I have. And a part of that journey is transmuting this kind of energy into ways that I can teach and share what I've gone through, see, hear, understand, and feel where I'm at. Because if you feel this, if this makes sense to you, if this is all clicking, the group's for you. The Stella Nova collective is for you. And maybe you're just not there right now. I totally get that. I have digital products too. If you're going through an ego death, check that out. Going through a process where you're trying to be grateful but still heal your shadow self, check out Grateful for the Mass. Or at the end of the day, sign up for a reading. I got lots of stuff, babe. There's many ways to get with me. But at the end of the day, I just want to share how proud I am that you're even here. If you made your way across this video and you're not a part of the collective already, inside of my membership, I mean, I hope you understand that you're not alone. And to even get this far, to even see this side of yourself, the one that's starting to blossom, a rose that's starting to fully blossom into something even bigger, brighter, bolder, you're right there. You just have to keep going. But you have to let it go. You have to let go of the bullshit. You can't keep hiding from it. You have the strength to do it. And if you feel that you can't, find community somewhere. Even if it's not with me, find it somewhere. Because you deserve it. But that's it, peeps. I'm out. I hope that this all connected with whoever. Drop in the comments. Let me know. Love you guys.